No. Okay. Do you remember the other truth bullets?
Kind of.
Okay. Apparently you weren't gone for more than a minute or two, yeah. Just note that you're sure you wrote that to get everyone to meet in the dining hall. Neat and clear. These are the blueprints for Robo Justice were found in your Sherry's room. No one but Yasuhiro could have possibly fit in the costume. In addition, anyone wearing would not be able to lose their seat or feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. Apparently, Yasuhiro received a mystery note and I don't read. I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. When I can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the rec room at 1 a.m. Past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that late night the watch still works, which means it must have broken the following morning when he was attacked. Lifeless hand was found clutching a small piece of paper. I found a hole maybe we can escape. It says 6 a.m. instead of 1. And the he-book. No handbooks were involving carrying out the murder this time. I don't know why it's a truth bullet, but I guess.
Well, wasn't it a truth bullet last time? You never know.
Maybe it might be useful this time. Okay. Let's start. Let's put the skills. I think they're already, except one. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, I can't?
No, you don't have enough skill points.
Ah. Rip. Which one is better than... Oh, shit. I don't know. Which one is not useful, do you think? Is that one useful?
That sounds pretty useful, to be honest. That one is definitely useful.
Yeah. Useful as well.
That's useful. I'd say they're all pretty useful, to be honest. It's kind of just whatever you want to do.
I guess that's enough, whatever. Let's see. Let's start the class trial!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found it in that suit. Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Oof.
Who are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Alice is trying to pin it a lot on Hiro.
Which is what she would do if she was trying to frame him.
And wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Here we go. It sure is a message. Okay. That's for heroes message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No. Just hold on a second.
What was wrong, bro? I mean, looking at the blueprints, the handwriting is awfully messy. Ah,
Oh, that's what it is. Cause
that's what's wrong. Okay.
yeah, cause he has neat handwriting.
The blueprints, the suit parts,
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Okay.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
what do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
True.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So
Sure.
Makoto,
Well, at least he's
are you
honest.
saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he is not the only one. I think Hero is innocent as well.
Ooh.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The Illuminati.
It was Hero in the suit.
Yeah, it was Hero.
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
What?
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
What?
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do it.
What?
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Thanks, Byakuya.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Yeah, like I said, I think Robo Justice Suit was just a distraction.
What? Now that's a bold assumption. And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes.
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
Yep.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The dolly.
I got it!
I got it! Oh, and the carpet, I guess?
Yeah, the tarp too.
The food tarp, yeah.
I got it!
I got it!
They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
It's the attitude.
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Yeah,
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
right.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
The dolly was there.
so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong, and nobody expects much from you anymore.
Wow.
We have all
Rude.
accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Bitch! Oh,
Wasn't there,
something new.
there was blood on the dolly, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what's going on right now. Let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there wasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statement, but from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more things, no matter how locked you are. Oh wow. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the RMB and the LB buttons. You will automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you don't have to reroll at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Good luck and have fun. I don't know if I have to reload now or if I use one. Wait, already here? What?
Oh, it's for this.
I
Oh,
cannot
no.
agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Whoa!
I cannot agree. You
Gotta
are a
reload.
fool.
There we
Lies
go.
will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oh god! Oh god!
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Oh boy, this is not going.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong.
Fucking A!
You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Jesus Christ!
I cannot agree.
That good combo going at the end,
This
though.
should prove it.
Yeah, but God, I almost got died. Still don't understand this part.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's trail. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room, and as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
because the person in the suit can't bend at the knees,
90
so they wouldn't
degrees.
have been able to roll the dolly.
Yeah, you can't bend, exactly.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Right.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well,
That's true.
yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Mm-hmm.
Then you could push the dolly no problem.
Yeah.
So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you accept everything we just said, then you must realize that whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry. I don't think I realize anything.
I don't hear it. Yeah, it's the bend over comment.
Yeah,
Taka was
it's
killed in
definitely
the
that one.
equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out this.
Hold on, let me save for a second.
I like that picture.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yes.
True.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
That's true.
It'd be totally impossible! Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
You can't take it off by yourself.
No, we said it at the same time.
I
Yeah.
don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
He's innocent.
if he could have gotten it off by himself,
Yeah, he
I don't
didn't do
think
it.
he would have let us see
There's
him
no way he
wearing
did it.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect him.
Yeah, that's right.
Someone is setting him up.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Yeah, he's a hero.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Les is really putting it on them.
It's Celeste did it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gotta be
right.
Celeste.
Hold on a second.
She's like totally framing him right
Too
now.
early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it.
True.
Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yep.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps. But where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
But wait, the watch on
That was when we
Taka
saw
is at
Celeste's
6
picture
a.m.
It's at 6
The
a.m.
assailant had been
So
wearing a
Celeste
strange
maybe is
costume.
faking it. She's like, oh no, I've been attacked, nah, 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 but she really killed Taka at 6 a.m. Ooh.
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
and then,
Celeste was here though, so how would have she killed Hifumi?
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor, to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
But Hina was with her. If she moved the body, where did Hina was? Where was Hina?
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Maybe she
Then we
didn't
remembered
move the body?
we'd left Toko passed out in
What?
the equipment room.
Someone else moved
so we
it?
hurried back again.
And again, an accomplice.
Possible.
Yeah, but how? If Celeste was downstairs, how did she move also Taka's?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
And Celeste found the bodies.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
File number 3. Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Before.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Yeah, because
While
Taka's watch
death
broke
came from a
6
swing of
a.m.
Justice Hammer 4.
and then
See? So it's
Hifumi was
obvious Taka
attacked
came after.
sometime later in the morning. So it had to have been Taka first.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Which one is
or
wrong?
perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
What's on the Monokuma
So
file?
it's obvious Taka came after.
I don't remember what was in the file.
Regarding Taka's
Is it the what order it
I
is?
wonder if
think
he
so,
died
yeah.
before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Shit!
No? Really?
Shoot.
No! Oh no, we lost all the hearts!
What? That was a lot of hearts to lose.
Shit, no, because... Fuck! It was the first... Because of the first thing, we didn't regain the heart. No, I don't want to know who's the black end before we reveal! Makoto? Oh. That's how it go. Game over it is?
Yeah, it's how, I think that's just game over.
Yes!
Yeah, give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
Thanks. Jesus. God damn it. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
At least.
I honest
Jesus.
to God thought it was gonna make us redo the entire trial.
Yeah, me too. I
At
got
least
scared
they,
for a
at
second.
least they don't make you do that.
So,
You get all your cards
regarding
back.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before.
It was because of the first thing with fucking what's-her-face, Celeste. Why would they put this part at the beginning? Assholes.
Taka came last.
Oh, that that made me lose some parts.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
What?
What the hell?
What?
Wait, which one's wrong?
But that's all the
Those are
text
the only,
there
those are the
is.
only two.
What?
So, regarding Taka's death,
Hello?
Do you have more than one bullet?
No, there was just
or
two.
perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
What?
Because because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing.
That's it! That's the only text! I shot both!
So it's obvious Taka came after.
What? Hello? Oh, maybe I have to. It's the saving one. Oh. I just okay, hold on.
But the saving?
Regarding
What?
Taka's death,
It's the saving thing. You have to save the thing. I think is that what it is?
we already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Bullshit! How am I supposed to know that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
That's the point. You're supposed to figure that out, I guess.
I hate this.
Hold on.
I completely
There's
forgot
no
that was a
reason
thing.
to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
It's true.
If anything,
I should have figured, because
that's
the
just another
Monokuma
way the
file wasn't
killer
even
tried to
related to
disguise their
that.
actions.
Exactly, me too. That's the thing. I was like, what?
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
The watch.
Yeah, the watch.
Oh, again?
That's the one.
Oh. Hangman's Gambit. Fuck.
I forgot what this one was.
What? WR?
Wristwatch.
Wrist. You're right. That makes sense. Is that how you write wrist? Wrist?
WRIST.
Yeah, you're right.
WATCH.
I. What? Oh no, it's R! I'm dumb. Okay, no, it's fine. I have to when it's closer. No. It's S! Fucking hell. Wrist. Oh no, I missed the Y. Fuck. Get the Y! Fuck. Wrist Y. Hey. No. I don't get what am I supposed to shoot them, whatever.
Oh, the ones that are yellow, you have to shoot them more times, I think.
Maybe. What? Oh, see. What?
So it looks like red ones you only gotta shoot once, orange maybe twice, and then yellow
Now I
3.
understand.
You're right. But I didn't lose any lives, so who cares? Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got it. Taka's wristwatch.
Yeah.
See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night, so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. And we made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Hold on.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
At least we're all safe. When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Oh shit.
Really?
Hold on. Hold on. I think I missed something then.
What did you miss?
Yeah. No, that's not possible because he was alive 2 seconds ago. That's not possible. He was alive, remember when we put him in the nurse's office?
Yeah.
And shit?
If
Yeah,
that's
he was.
true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
That's not true.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
That's true.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing. Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
That's true.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway. In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's a good point.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
What?
Oh, you remember? Cause Hifumi was still, he wasn't completely
He
dead
was still
yet.
alive.
He was still alive
Yeah.
when they discovered him in Taka.
On its own?
That's true.
No! Not another...
God damn it, Yasuhiro. Not
I don't think it has
Jesus
anything to
Christ.
do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
That's true.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out
That's true.
on
We
his
should have
own?
thought of that. We're so dumb.
Oops. We
Oops.
found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps
Hey,
he
we're
was simply
figuring it out
playing
as we
dead.
go along.
Playing dead. Oh shit.
That it isn't possible.
You know what? That is entirely possible.
It is possible because after he said
Maybe he's the
what
one
is
that
that?
moved
Broken
Taka.
wrist rush. What? Why are we talking about that again?
Maybe it's another one we have to absorb the thing.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Oh.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that?
Okay, I have
Maybe
to.
the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
That's true.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
What?
No. It's not.
Fuck. Huh? Fucking A!
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oops. I don't get it. Which one?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Maybe that's for the
Hifumi
last
was
one?
dead, without a doubt.
And you know that
I don't even know if that's the one I should
Surely
take.
you heard the body discovery announcement.
It's possible you might have
along
to
with
take
the
the
rest of us.
middle one.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oops, oops. That's not what I wanted to do.
And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Fuck! I don't get it!
Maybe it's if the dead body had been found and someone else's discovery.
We're gonna lose
When
again!
we first
I don't
found
get that
Hifumi in
one.
the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive.
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Fucking. There's nothing that doesn't make sense!
It's gotta be the one you got
Are you
then.
saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's
This is
Doesn't
office.
make sense though.
chance he was actually
Still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Where's the contradictory?
Surely he heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I don't understand. Pause. Let me think about that one.
I don't see how the wristwatch would make sense though. That's the only thing.
That's the thing. What do you think? Let's think about this for a sec. It's really like. It says. Which one is the contradictory first off? Because under the contradictory, it's not that obvious. Like, they all make sense.
Yeah, that one's kind of hard. I think it's that last one. That's the wrong one.
I don't understand. My head hurts.
It can't be the wristwatch.
And we don't have that much time. I can't. That's why I'm not playing it, because I don't want to run out of time.
We tried absorbing the middle statement, right?
What?
Did we try absorbing the middle statement?
I have one more live too. I don't know if it's gonna let us still do it, like, you know.
What do you think?
Good job.
Hi, Nick did.
Hi! We're having trouble with that one.
We're stuck.
What do you mean you're stuck?
I'm gonna lose again! We had a game over, but it said, like, you can, like, go on and whatever.
I'm not helping you.
Fucking A. I think I'm gonna... Wait, hold on. Let me give him one more shot.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
The third trial, by the way.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
Oh, I already know what you have to do.
It is impossible.
Well, you've played this game before.
Without a doubt. And do you
We're
know
trying to
that
figure it out.
Surely he heard the body discovery announcement.
Did you change it to
along with
easy
the
mode?
rest of us.
No.
No.
Okay,
Hifumi's
you only
dead
have one
body
thing then.
had been found.
Yeah, I'm gonna die again.
Is why the announcement was made.
Well,
Are
just...
we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I think that's the one, but I'm not sure. I don't get what's contradictory. That's the problem. That's the thing. I don't understand which one is contradictory. That's why it's confusing right now, and it's annoying. Also, we had a game over, like, you know, but not game over because they said, do you want to retry? Says yes, and it gives back your heart. I don't know why it did that though. It's weird, right? Is that they give you one chance?
Mm-hmm. No, you have multiple. No, you can keep going.
Oh, so you never game over technically?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, okay.
Haha.
Made a jump.
Did you? What was the last thing you did? Was it a Hangman's Gambit?
Yeah, it was for wristwatch.
Okay.
Oui, oui.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you've heard the body discovery announcement, along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body.
Absorb that. No, absorb that. No.
Wait, what? Don't trick me.
Is the body discovery announcement that
What does he lose?
really intended for Hifumi?
We already lost once.
Yeah, and we are recording, by the way. So.
Sup, bitches?
Yeah,
It's for
we're recording
Tyler.
it for Tyler.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe.
Also, Shihiro was a guy. The fuck?
That
That was crazy. I wanna fuck you.
God damn it, Nick.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere.
And also, why I have one heart and why I lost is because they started with the last thing, like the tempo thing,
the rhythm
and I
thing.
still don't understand that. I always get a C or a B on that. I still don't understand how it works. So yeah, that's why I was left with one heart. Then I made a mistake in the other one, so we lost, and then we still have one heart because I kept fucking up.
I think we've confused whether the announcement was for
That's the only
Hifumi
time we've
or
game
Taka.
overed and played her so
First of
far.
all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
That's true.
Maybe
Nice.
Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
For a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He's an
He said
idiot.
3 people, right? Or 2?
3.
Because who found Taka? It was Bibuyakuya and Makoto, right?
He said it's only
And Toko.
broadcast when a
But
body is
Toko
discovered
saw the
for
body
first
when she
time.
saw the body. She fainted.
Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
That's true.
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
It did go twice. God damn it. Oh, and Mondo Butter. Did you see the chat named Nick?
Mondo butter.
We died. Me and Aaron, we died of laughter on that execution.
That was hilarious.
We're so morbid. God damn it. It's like it was sad. Like it was sad when he was telling his story. Oh, it was sad when we told the story, and then we saw the execution. We got laugh. We were laughing.
That was so
so
funny.
morbid. Oh. When Toko was found unconscious, when both body were discovered.
It was when both were rediscovered, I think.
I got it!
Yeah.
We heard it a second time in the repository when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Yeah. Ding dong. What is this guy?
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Can they not? Can they leave it alone?
Is that your ringtone? God damn it.
Can I be left alone 2 seconds? Jeez.
Nope. You can't.
No, 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 don't leave Nick, no.
Exactly. If
Yeah,
we
Nick
were
wants to watch you
actually
game over again.
rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
That's true.
In reality, when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, his glasses.
So maybe he cleaned his own
That is
glasses.
the worst logic
Yeah.
I have ever heard. But honestly,
So he could
I do not
see
think
when
there's
he was
anything
walking
that can
from the
prove he was still alive.
nurse's office to the
Okay then,
repository.
let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
I'm telling you, it's Celeste.
Yeah, she seems really suspicious. Hifumi's glasses! That's what I said!
Where's my glasses?
So here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Yes.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body,
Yes.
it was in the repository.
Yes.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
Nope, that's
there was
wrong.
no notable difference.
That's the wrong one.
That's wrong.
Was he really still alive?
Of course not. It is impossible. This is ridiculous.
Unless...
I swear, she's like making herself look suspicious on purpose.
Don't fuck up. I mean... I've already
Yeah, don't
fucked
fuck
up
up.
a lot. I've already fucked up a lot!
Don't fuck up more.
I
Oops.
hate this.
Just hurry up
It's
and beat the game
stressing-
so you can move on to number 2.
Number what?
No, Danganronpa 2.
Oh, Danganronpa. Why, you like that one better?
Yes.
Yeah. I am excited because, but it seems harder. And
Oh, it will be.
I'm having already issues here.
There were a couple rounds in that where you had 7, and there were some where you had 9 truth bullets to choose from.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's why when I saw this, I'm like, did you switch it to easy? Because you only had 1 bullet, but I just forgot that this game can be pretty easy.
Also, didn't you like put it on hard mode, like the hardest difficulty?
There were a couple times where I switched.
Okay.
I'm
yeah.
afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Also, 2 is a lot less predictable. A lot less predictable. Alright, moving on.
Wait, I have to think about that one.
Do you? Just shoot whatever. You got 1.5 hearts. That's fine.
God damn it, Nick.
It's bad advice, Nick.
I won't judge you if you game over again. That's a lie.
I'm scared. I don't
Let's
want to
go.
over again.
Let's go.
Didn't you
Wait,
say
wait, let me think
on.
about that. Hold on, I need to think about it.
You've got 13 minutes. You can think while it goes
Yeah,
through.
but I don't want to like.
You don't have to shoot
Fuck
something,
it up.
but now you can just listen. Click the button.
Fine.
Shoot,
Not that one.
Game
Here's
over.
one thing we do. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom,
You
his
fucked.
body disappeared.
Oh.
And the
God
next
damn it, Nick.
time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable
It's that one.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yay.
We
Break.
We did it, Reddit.
In fact,
I'm gonna wait until you have like half hour left and then tell you to shoot the wrong one.
Fumi in the nurse office and the repository. Yeah, his bosses.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps
Oh,
you'd like
fuck.
to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
It's Yaya.
Poor
But when we found him
Hifumi.
again later in the repository,
It's kind of weird though.
they were spotless.
Okay, but he's still a person.
I know, but
And
I'm just
I
saying.
found the items he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Yeah, so I could see something. Where's the...
It's obviously the Monokuma file.
Is the glass cleaner?
Glass cleaning cloth.
I got it!
I got it!
It was a
It's actually
glasses
the
cleaning
evening book.
cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
But he said he liked it
One
before.
look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth was the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Tissues.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Well, it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Oh.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere.
Smart.
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Hifumi himself?
Had to have been. Who else could it have been?
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the
Wait, does that mean
room.
Hifumi killed Taka?
That also explains how the door to the repository
And the
got locked.
culprit killed Hifumi?
Well, after the bodies disappeared,
It's a mystery. Ooh.
so me and Sakura headed for the repository.
Ooh.
But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Oof.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
And who is Hifumi was obsessed with? Celeste.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
What's that?
Scrap of paper?
No, because... Huh? The ebook?
Let me take his
What?
ebook.
Wait. He didn't have anything on him, didn't he?
Didn't Hifumi have that scrap of paper?
What?
What? Hifumi had that scrap of paper? Or it was
Did
like
he?
found where Hifumi's body was.
Oh, it's written, the note Hifumi had. Oh, it's written, I'm dumb. Oops.
I got it!
I was reading.
Talking about the note Hifumi
Wow.
had hidden away, aren't you?
Good job.
Any note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, he looked in his pants. Kyoko looked in his pants.
Ooh, Kyoko got in his pants.
But he only
That's true,
but he
that's
only
true.
likes 2D.
Yes, his pants.
Okay,
I guess
well,
technically
forget about the
Kyoko's 2D
Take
in the
a look
sense
at what
of
the note says.
just, you know,
Found a hole, maybe we can use escape. Monokuma can't find my Let's meet him in a 6
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Taka. Hifumi's pants.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Hubby!
Fucking genocide shit.
Jesus Christ.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Hucky is Hifumi, right?
TikTok is Taka and Hifumi is Hoof. Okay.
TikTok, it's taco.
You ruin it every time!
Shut up! Oh, her reveal was crazy. Fucking A. Genocide Jack is sort of
just a little bit.
Oh, this again. Oh, I forgot how to change in between them.
The scroll on your mouse. That's
Or
change.
Q.
Oh, right, okay.
I would.
Me.
You can just use the mouse wheel.
Just wanted to
That's
make
what I would
sure.
do, honestly.
Well, then hit the fucking escape key and let's go!
Then the person it was intended for must have been Hucky!
But remember what the note said.
No.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
What? The time on the note said 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.?
That's when.
That's what I need to
Taka-
clear up. Okay.
So that was Taka's watch.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Hucky!
Huh?
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
TikTok was Taka, right?
It's got to be the last statement with the wristwatch.
The note had nothing to do with TikTok. That's what she says, right?
Yeah.
That's wrong. So which one is it? Broken
Yeah,
wristwatch?
the wristwatch. Because it said 6 a.m. on the wristwatch, and that's what time the note said.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yes.
No, it's wrong. No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. You've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
The equipment room, yeah.
Which is where Taka was killed.
I see. Uh-huh.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
That's true.
I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Uh-huh.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
God damn it.
She's crazy.
I love her, but it's crazy.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
True.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Most likely Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died. Okay.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Oh, the paper in his hand. The broken paper. Yeah.
I got it!
I got it!
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Yeah.
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
The note itself.
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap.
Yep.
Did I get all that right?
Yep.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So I was right. Hifumi did
Seeing
kill
all
Taka.
this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
No, it might be the murder, but he was just an accomplice, maybe. Maybe he was just accomplice to both. I mean, he was an accomplice
Both.
to Taka's. Sorry. He was an accomplice to Taka's murder. And then he got killed by the murderer because maybe he was scared the accomplice might speak.
Yeah, I'll be back in a bit.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
it's possible.
In fact,
And who is Hifumi is obsessed with Celeste.
he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
God damn
Sorry,
it.
no.
He's an idiot.
When we
Yes.
found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Yep.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Yep.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
God damn it.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository,
Yes.
the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
And then wash it!
and put the hammer back where they found it.
Ow.
Wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
He washed it,
I'm
remember?
surprised.
Yeah,
It
because it
seems
was
there's
wet.
some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
God damn it, Byakuya.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though.
That's what she said.
I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is,
Rar.
could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of
Aye.
the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
The wet one. The wet
So
one.
which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 7.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think
It was
either
wet,
one
so
is
number
big enough to kill
69.
someone.
Then...
I
Is it
know,
not
I
possible
know.
They used a
I
different
know.
weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
His dick.
So then, what was
His
used
dick
to
slapped
kill
him to death.
Hifumi?
Good way to go.
I'm excited. Spotless hammer. Thank you. Alright.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! check out murdergear.com.
Yeah, that's definitely the wrong one.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice
That's
Hammers.
false.
Okay, yeah, maybe that one. One of those two.
No,
Probably
I
the
think
last.
that's
Gotta
the
be the
one.
last one though.
What was used to kill Ifumi?
Was it just maybe justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody would?
Sounds like it doesn't get check out murdergear.com.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the
That's wrong.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
Yep.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
That's true.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Huh? What that mean? Thoughtless that's wrong. We're not gonna use that again. So it's probably
Probably not
Based
absorbed
on the
one.
rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
which one should I
Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
So there's no chance two people work together on this.
She said
So maybe it's the you gotta absorb the two murders one, and then use it on the
and
impossible.
impossible. Yeah, probably. That would make sense. Okay. I think yeah, that would make sense.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply...
That is how the rule...
But that only really applies if there's one murder. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Based on the rules that have been laid out, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Assuming the rule holds true. No, it's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Damn.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
That's true.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
Is that a pick already? I think Celeste.
I think so too, honestly.
It's obviously Chihiro.
God damn it.
It's the alter ego.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am
You've
I?
been acting suspicious the entire trial.
I really do hate this kind
What do
of
you
joke.
mean?
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Sorry.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time
But
interacting
her and
with him,
Hifumi were
that I
getting
would work
close.
within 10 feet of that shit, brain fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Oh boy. Hello! Someone is angry! Someone is suspicious.
Because she's been found out.
Pardon-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support
Oof.
Is that so? Is that so?
it. It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you.
Uh-oh.
Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you are working together.
Bye-bye, Celeste! The screaming?
Weren't they the only ones who encountered the Robo Justice? 'Cause I don't remember
Oh,
anyone
you're
else encountering that.
You're right.
I got it!
You're right.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Hey!
Sorry.
What sorry? Don't fuck off.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed
Yakuya's
individual.
an asshole.
If we accept that
Dude,
Hifumi
no
was
shit.
one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Alright.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Oh.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said? Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up. Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing.
She's silent now, huh?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead. Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Oh.
I don't believe it. Everything. The whole thing was one big act.
Tina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Oh.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Those guys died! Oh!
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand.
That was before they were
what's so
discovered,
strange
right?
about it.
That was before she had seen Taka, I think.
Pay attention. Sakura, Toko,
Yeah.
and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead.
Shit!
Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
Oh no. She fucked up!
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Monokuma's file? That makes no sense again. Why would we use the Monokuma file again? Well,
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
ah, that's false.
We
Oh
are
no,
going
wait.
to die.
Like
Just
those
like those guys
died.
died.
Yeah.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
She said those two guys died.
Yeah, but there's something. The Monokuma file doesn't make sense, so there's something I have to take. Right?
Doesn't the file state? Wait, no. Maybe you're right.
That's what I'm trying
The
to
file would
figure
state
out.
how many people died.
Yeah, the Monokuma file says there's 2 people dead. But the Monokuma file comes after. See? So that makes no sense.
Well, which
which?
is absorbed though. It's the only thing.
Wait, let me replay it first.
Yeah,
I
go
have to
ahead,
replay
do
it.
that. 'Cause I gotta think about it too.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this.
Yes.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
When she said that, she should only have known about Ufumi's death. What's so strange about what she said there? I think if the why he says because sometimes what Makoto says tries to help you. And it says what's so strange about what she said. I think I have to absorb the strange. I'm not sure. Let's
All
try.
I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Maybe you gotta use it on those guys comment. 'Cause that's
Yeah,
the strange
that's
part.
that's what's so strange. Yeah.
All I said was, they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are all going to die here.
We are going to die. Just like... No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just
Also,
like those
quality's
guys
kind of
died.
bad.
Yeah, I have plenty of time yet. But I'm always stressed, like, what if I don't have enough time? So you're right.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Sure.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
True.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Oh boy.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imagination.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
how do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on. And then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
True.
Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
The
Hifumi is
dancing.
dragging the suspect
I
away.
mean,
It's
yeah.
not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Uh-oh.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Alright.
Oh, jeez.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is
But the robo suit can't bend,
No way!
so it's entirely possible
What?
for the.
If I remember right, Pina said, she said that she couldn't bend at the waist.
So since the robo guy in the robo suit, they were unconscious, but they can't. I mean, they would be standing up straight. So
They
that
would
one's
still be stringing up straight.
so that the one standing up straight comment is wrong.
Yeah, but which bullet is it? The blueprint or the?
I
forgot what kind of.
don't know. Scroll. Try.
Wait, let me see.
What are all the bullets you have?
Yeah, we'll show you a message.
Dude, after I passed out!
Oops.
Then
Robo
you just
Justice
draped me across
Blueprint.
Hifumi and had him carry my weight!
Robo Justice. I guess the costume
I think the
itself.
costume, yeah.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
No, it's wrong.
Good job.
No. Even if the person inside the suit
The music
were
is good.
unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Yep.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Uh-huh.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake.
Hmm.
I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh, jeez.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Oof, we got you there, girl.
Well then,
Girl.
I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate.
Oh god.
He's going insane.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Uh-oh.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Oh boy, she's gone insane.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Yeah, but if he was working with you, well, he won't say it was you, dummy.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Right! But my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Oh god.
What do you
Usually she's so calm. God, girl, you're
she's been
looking
found out.
guilty. And what happened to her accent? A good point.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
People's last name?
I got it!
Yep.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
True.
I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Agakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random
Don't talk.
chance. Now isn't that a convenient exclamation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
The
Uh-oh.
name you said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Oh, Celeste's name.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Point.
What did you just say? To think you take your false accusations so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Oh.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you? Well?
Well.
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
A little on edge.
Okay.
Girl,
so
you've
listen.
gone insane.
What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
The ebook! The ebook! The ebook should have a real name. Bitch! Give me your damn hing book, s'il vous plaît, merci.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name
God damn
How
it!
long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me, that's the only truth there is! Moron!
Okay, well, yeah,
Okay,
it's definitely
I'm
that
gonna
last
have
statement.
to replay that, yeah.
That's fine.
Fumi was he wanted us to know the killer. If there's one person, it would have to be you, Celeste. How many times? Celeste, you Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since
You have no way to contradict me. No, it's wrong.
What's wrong? She should have broken her ebook as well.
The handbook.
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook.
What if she's been
and
faking
that'll
her
clear up
accent the whole
everything.
time?
That's how
That's
we can
funny,
find out
too.
Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Ah! You're the culprit! Just show us.
Please just tell us what really happened. Please. Just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Yay, it's time for the comic! Whee! I like this one! In this case, how did the killer recruit the accomplice? Was it seduction?
Seduction. Yes, clearly. She seduced Hifumi.
Why is there things from the... also the other things?
Probably
What?
to trip you up. Wasn't it? It was the notes.
No, that says... In case, how did the killer recruit their accomplice? Was it seduction? This one or this one? Oh, this one probably. Let me come back to that one. I don't remember. What time did the killers call their victim? What time did the killers call their victim to the rec room? 1.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock.
No, not 1. What? Their victim. Which victim? Oh, hero, I guess. Yeah. Okay, 1. Yes, 1. Okay. Who was it? Who was it that the killer summoned first?
That would be
Hero.
Hero.
Yeah. That makes sense. All right. They knocked him out, then stuffed him in the robo-justice suit to falsify their evidence. And they used a certain item to do it. The camera? Yeah, because see here, they're using the camera. Right?
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's nothing else that would work anyways. Okay. What time was Taka was supposed to head to the equipment room? 6. 6. Okay. So he murdered him, blah blah blah. The Justin hammer that was used to kill Taka, what number was it?
Number
3.
Yeah, 3.
Justice number 3. Wait, to kill Taka! No, 4! Remember, because that's why we thought Taka was
Oh, yeah.
the last murder? Number 4, right, okay. In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. In the library?
that was when he got hit on the head with the hammer. So that was number 2. Right?
Oh, blood! No. Wait, what? Hold on, let me go back to that one after. It's also... Which Justin hammer was in the nurse's office when Hifumi was pretending to be dead? That's the third one.
That was number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Oh, that's what... Okay, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hifumi used something to move Taka's body. Is, where are this? Where's this? I saw this. The weapon that the killer used to murder Hifumi, what was it? A random...
That was the...
This
right
one
there,
here.
yeah.
Okay. Now there's 2 left. 2 left that we missed. What's the backpack? I don't remember seeing that backpack ever.
That's Hifumi's backpack,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, see right there. So what was that one again?
It's how the seduction.
How do they recruit the accomplice?
Potato chips?
Maybe. Because you see the
No.
chips in that one shot.
Yeah, so... I think it's just that one. Because see, the shot is with the murder here and
Yeah.
him here.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to.
that would make sense.
Okay. That's the one we missed again. Where is it?
Right there.
In the library, Hifumi is something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. What did he use?
The second hammer was found in the library too, wasn't it?
What's it?
The second Justice Hammer too.
Oh, maybe. Alright, let's use that and see. I guess, yeah, that's the only one that makes sense. Okay. Okay, let's see now. Reenact.
Here's exactly what happened.
The
Killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Oh, that one's right.
Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of
I love that
otherwise
song.
impossible schemes.
It's so good.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro.
Yeah.
The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him,
Yeah.
while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Yep.
The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, Next, they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robo Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack store. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did.
Yeah.
We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. While we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste.
Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
Rip.
I lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They
Rip.
hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
What?
Taiko?
Oh shit.
Finally accepted it.
Dang.
the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Her voice!
She was faking her accent the entire time.
Shit.
Her entire foot. That's kind of amazing, actually.
Holy shit. Oh god, my A.
I mean, all around, still pretty good.
I love how Nick was like, what happened to her accent?
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Oof.
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Yeah, she was, it was, yeah, you could tell.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote.
Execution, execution.
Oh my god. What's it gonna be this
Please vote
time?
with your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
La 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 la.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma.
Fucking
I love
hell.
him. He's so good. Ding. Guilty. Execution. Yoshihiro. Hey.
Honestly.
Shit! I said I lost. Rip.
I knew it. So then,
Indeed.
Her?
Alter ego. Alter ego.
Say what?
just a second.
God damn it.
God damn it.
Indeed.
I see.
Ah. Shit.
Actually,
What?
are you okay with this?
What? Fire!
So then,
Damnation!
What a liar! Dang.
I told you, out of everyone, she would be the one person who would set something like this up.
Yeah, you said that.
I said it from the beginning.
Yeah, but I found it suspicious that she was like, no, I got hit. Hello, go up, go down, up, down. I was like, bruh, what? Girl, you're suspicious.
Girl?
Say what?
Say what?
as for me,
Damn it, Hifumi.
Oh,
as for me,
What? What a liar. Oh my god. What?
Damnation! Say what? Completely unforgivable!
most unfortunate. Actually,
What?
indeed,
Completely unforgivable!
honestly,
Damn it.
I swear I will save her!
actually,
I see.
indeed,
But
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Let's see.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Ay! Ouch!
Okay, Jesus.
She's so mean! Holy shit! Mean, wow.
Are you okay with this?
So in the end,
What the heck?
Well,
Don't be mean.
I wonder about that. Why?
What the heck?
But
You little bitch.
Oh boy. Yeah, but why did she wait until now to strike?
You little bitch.
Oh.
This is fine. Honestly. As for me, isn't it wonderful?
Okay.
This is fine.
This is fine.
There is nothing to be done.
Just the worst.
Oh, do you understand?
So she's a sociopath, confirmed.
Yep.
What is this?
It's true though. You're about to girl, but die, girl.
I think she does realize.
Yes, indeed.
Don't fear death. Shit. Well,
I mean, it's a good way to live, to be fair.
I know, right?
Isn't it wonderful?
Marie Antoinette? Okay.
hey,
You get executed again. That's true.
Thrills, chills, kills! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's give it everything we've got.
Are you still here?
It's
I'm still here.
punishment time!
I guess I'll let
It's your
Jill
favorite
tackle
part,
that.
the execution.
What?
This is.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Here we go. Let's see what kind of punishment this is.
God, those creepy eyes.
Oh, she did do an European castle after all. I mean,
gonna
I guess
die.
her execution is fitting. The burning of the Versailles
Oh, they're
Witch.
gonna burn her at
Oh,
the stake.
shit. Oh boy.
She's gonna get
Great.
burned at the stake.
Oh boy. That's amazing. Rip! Bye, Celeste. It was nice knowing you, I guess. Jeez, I'm so morbid. Doesn't look like real flames.
No, it really doesn't. Look, flowers, to be honest.
Yeah. I guess she gets what she wanted, Marie Antoinette kind of thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh boy, why are we... What?
The fire truck? What?
What?
Hello? Oh, then she gets hit with a fire truck.
Oh shit!
As the final icing on the cake.
God damn it. No, she doesn't get what she wanted. That's true. Hell nah, girl! Get fucked.
He's just putting out the fire.
Akuma! What a fucking troll. I
My-
love him.
My favorite was still when he was with the hula hoop in Mondo's
Yeah.
execution. That was funny.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. It's over. The third execution is over. The last death is over. The
So
last
that's like
killed my friend,
half
so I
of
can't
them
pity
gone.
her. But yeah, I still can deny that. At one point, I considered a friend for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? God damn it.
Extreme! What are you gonna do?
Let me out of here!
Too bad.
Down one by one.
Hey, hey! What?
So then,
Hmm?
What?
hey,
Huh?
Ooh, how exciting!
He touched her boobs.
God damn it. I mean, she's pretty cute.
Hello. Well? See ya later!
One small hope. Alter ego.
And the key Kyoko has.
so
Person in the office.
Ooh.
Hey,
indeed.
Okay, should I save here? Or...
Are we gonna stop here? Is that the plan?
Is it still like recording?
Yes.
Okay, we should maybe stop here, yeah. Like we said we would. But let's see if Tyler's done, we could just rewatch this recording, I guess.
We could.
Did you stop?